Welcome back to Naruto Anime Review. This is special number one. Uh, this special I'm going to talk about my top 6 favorite young female characters from Naruto. Basically the ones we tend to follow a lot. Not much the adult female characters because there's only 2 in the whole show. There's like 2 or 3 in the whole show. I mean, the only ones that you can think of are, well, Tsunade, Suzumi, Naruto's mother, I think who else? Koronai, and that's it. Yeah, those are the only adult characters that are women. These are my favorite ones. They are basically the younger ones. Because the reason I'm doing the women first, ladies first. That's the reason why I'm doing that. Okay. Number 6 character who didn't appear that much on the show. I don't know if she appears in the manga or not. I haven't got to part 2 yet. But I think this character is still kind of interesting, despite the fact a lot of the time this character appears, like her first appearance in the anime is a filler arc. But she's still an interesting character, and I have her, she is canon, and that's Mizumi, Gaara's former student, who is, I believe, a Chonin. It's never stated if she is. Even though she's got not that much though, but she's just an enjoyable character to watch. And especially, I love the fact that she's fawning over Gaara most of the time when you see her. Well, basically, in the original one, she's very nervous around him. But it seems like in part 2, or in the second show, she's like fawning over him. And she's like really wants to be with him. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think even Gaara probably thinks it's funny too, but who knows? I know later on, it's revealed in Boruto he has a few kids. My personal theory it is Mizumi, but who knows who could be the mother of his kids? Never brought up it's not even brought up in the Boruto manga who the mother of his kids is. Maybe reveal that soon. Maybe when I get a chance to read the Gaara light novel, they might get a chance to reveal who he ended up with, even though it's never really stated who he did. Okay, that was number 6. Number 5 is Ino. The reason why she's a bit lower, despite the fact the character buffer is a bit overrated, because this character I'm not really impressed by her mind transfer jutsu. That's really the only move she knows. Like just transferring mind or mind destruction jutsu. I've never been terribly impressed with it. She's more good. I like her little communicating telepathically. That one I was more impressed with than her mind transfer jutsu. Yeah. And plus, also, they made this character smoking hot with the film The Last. I mean, I'm still like really smoking hot. So, despite the fact that way her hair is, basically, I mean, yeah, she's a blonde. She's one of like 2 blondes in the whole show. Even the manga, she's one of 2 blondes. But even though she's got a little bit less development than the other one is, but at least she wasn't like halted or basically squashed upon like my number 4. But yeah, Ino. Number 4 is Sakura. Why is she number 4? Even though probably a lot of people, it's probably like number 1, number 2. Because I put her there because I want to be fair to her. She is a good character and all, and I just put her there because she's kind of a bit of an overrated of a character. That's simply what the thing with her is, and the fact also that early on in basically with the manga and in the anime, she's constantly calling out Sasuke's name. But then later on, she actually stopped doing that, and I'm kind of glad she did, because I think even Sasuke even pointed out the joke, the fact even he thinks that she's kind of annoying. But by the time of the second anime, she's not annoying. She's a bit more developed of a character, despite the fact they really sat at her development for most of the series. I'm not sure how it is in the manga, basically, when it comes to part 2, but she's got a good look to her, and when it comes to when they change her look, unlike Ino, where they changed her look a good chunk of her, in the case of Sakura, they didn't change her look hardly at all. I mean, when it came to part 2, it seemed like they swapped up the bottom half of her outfit with kind of looks like corset shorts, and they gave her gloves, and then when it came to the last, all they did was switch out that thing and just switched out the little corset thing that goes over corset skirt that went over her short. They switched that out for a belt. I feel as though basically that when it came to part 2, that they really didn't much change when it came to her. Ino still wears purple, but she basically went the most change. Even physically, she's gotten the most change. Heck, there's even a joke about her chest for her bust size basically in the most recent episode. And I'm sure guys are like, really? You want to talk about their chest size? I'm sure a lot of male viewers probably feel that way. And I'm not sure how in the case of how female viewers feel about that. They probably kind of like that kind of idea where they compare their chest size, but it's not something guys talk about. No, guys don't talk about it at all. And yet these two were arguing over that, or basically whatever wedding present. I mean, these two used to fight over Sasuke, and yet Ino has her own Sasuke. His name is Sai. And I kind of liked her development with that character, despite the fact they haven't really developed their relationship, barely. The only way that relationship started was basically that was when Sai called her beautiful, and of course he kept calling Sakura ugly. As for in the case of Sasuke, it's hinted that even both in the anime, I'm not sure, I haven't got that far in the manga. It's hinted that he does have feelings for Sakura, despite the fact when she confessed that to him, she was 13. This is like about 6 years later. I mean, 3 years later when she's like 16, and she's definitely still attractive. Heck, she's 19 now and she still looks attractive. But give it what you will. Okay. Number 3 is Tenten, a character who it seems like the only time they develop this character is in filler episodes. I'm not kidding. If you watch both the anime, both anime shows, it seems like the only time they develop Tenten's character is in filler episodes. I mean, yeah, she's cute. I like the whole buns thing when it comes to her, and I love her outfits. Either it's part 1, part 2, or the outfit she got from the last. Actually, she didn't technically appear in the last. She had her first post part 2 look. Excuse me, appearing in the current season of the show, and it's a nice looking outfit. And one thing I like about her, she's not overrated like Sakura is, but she's still an enjoyable character, and the fact that she has an ability a lot more interesting than Ino or Sakura. She can teleport tools from her scrolls. I am not kidding. Not only tools, I mean the tools can vary when she summons. Either it's chakra blades, or it's various sorts of weapons. Basically, she loves weapons. And it seems odd, though, that in the epilogue that she opens a weapon shop. There's no mention if she ever got... And here's something quite weird about her that I don't like about her, is the fact that they never gave her a love interest. I think it's hinted at that she had a thing for Neji, but she never mentioned it on the show that she was attracted to him. I mean, aside from Naruto and my number one choice, she's probably like one of the very few other people who actually was heavily affected by Neji's death in the show. But I kind of think that she basically was in love with him. As far as I can tell, no, she does not have a thing for Rock Lee. It's never shown in the show. I mean, they're just friends. It's kind of the same situation with Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. They're just friends. It's not like Ino was attracted to your Shikamaru or Choji. It's a similar situation. It's not exactly revealed who, if she's, I mean, as far as I can tell, she's straight. It's just that they don't give her somebody to fall in love with, which is odd, though. I get the fact that when they develop her, like there was Sakura and Ino, they made her smoking hot. But yeah, it seems like also they never have her be close friends with any other women in the show, which is weird. Yeah, I always thought that was weird. Okay. My number 2 is Gaara's sister, Tamari. I think she's just an amazing character, and she has gone over some development over the course of the show, even though that she's gone through at least 3 or 4 different outfits. Even by the current thing, she's already gone through she's already in her 4th outfit. And it is definitely hints that right now she does have a thing for Shikamaru, despite the fact he's lied to her a couple times. And the First, and every time he's lied to her, she beats the crap out of him. Well, first couple times, she slapped him. Though this last time, she basically waved her humongous fan, which I'm kind of like, isn't that thing kind of heavy to carry around? It's not hurting your back? I guess so. But that's the way it is when it comes to Tamari. But she's such an enjoyable character, and she's one of 2 known blondes in the show. Sakura's got pink hair. Mizumi's a brunette. Yeah. Gar himself was a redhead. I think he gets that from his father. That's one thing I noticed, though, about... Well, yeah, and of course, one of Gar's kids looks exactly like Tamari. Not kidding. She really does. Yeah, Gar has, like, 2 kids. I think it's just a son and daughter. I think the daughter looks... She kind of looks like either... I could not really tell when I read Chapter 10 that this could be either Gara's daughter or it could be Tamari herself. I don't know. I could not really tell because I've only read the chapter once. Okay, and my number 1 choice, and it's a bit obvious. People know me when I talk about the show. She's my favorite character. She's my favorite young female character in the show, and that's Hanada. Because I really enjoyed this character's development. She's probably the only woman in the whole show who actually went through the most development, though half the time it was in filler episodes. But she's still an enjoyable character to watch. Heck, I love the fact that when she got a little bit older, when they aged up a few years, they actually had her grow her hair out a bit. And she doesn't look like she's wearing tight clothes. And heck, she had a completely new attire by the time of the film The Last, which basically gave her sort of a purple attire, which showed off, gave her like a sleeveless top and shorts and boots. And I love the fact that she's practically the only character in the whole show who actually fell in love with the main character. She's the only one who ever did, and she's not a stereotypical character where she was the co-female lead, and falls in love with the main character. Some people suspect that with Sakura, but in my honest opinion, I think this was a great choice by Mizaki, I think his name is. He's the creator of... I think that's his name. Let me find out. Kishimoto. Yeah, Kishimoto. And he has said that Hanada was the one that definitely excuse me, that Naruto was one supposed to be ended up with. Despite the fact some fans really wanted him to end up with Sakura, but in my honest opinion, I do agree with him. Ending up with Hanada it was definitely a good choice, and it wasn't very predictable. Because if he ended up with Sakura, it'd be way too predictable. Ending up with Hanada, that's a great idea. One thing I should also point out, though, is that the person who does her dub voice in the anime also does dub voice for... I don't know her name because I haven't watched Bleach yet. She's basically the main character's love interest, or his actual love interest in the show, and she's not like black hair. Those of you know who she is. I think her name is Urzuki, I think her name is. I'm not really sure because I haven't watched Bleach yet. But from what I can tell, she is definitely the love interest of that show. I am going to watch Bleach soon because I'm developing interest in it because, well, it's one thing, it's made by the same studio who makes Naruto. So I figured, though, why the heck not? And also, it's not as long as this one at all. And also, I'm also going to get into the manga, which is actually a little bit shorter than Naruto. And it started 2 years after Naruto. Now here's the thing about Bleach. Bleach started 2 years after Naruto. It's been around for 16 years. So I'm looking forward to get a chance to watch Bleach and, of course, read the manga. So that's it for this special when it comes to my top 6 favorite young female characters. Definitely stay tuned for another special where I'll talk about my, top 6, 7 young male characters who are not Naruto. Yes, Naruto is my favorite character in the show, and he only went the most development. I will reveal exactly who my top I think it might be top 10 because there's a lot more guys in the show than there is women. Yeah. But until then, I will see you there.